We're back, people, and today we're bringing on film on the Miami Dolphins offense versus the Browns. They came out, won this game with a balanced attack on offense, rushing, passing. You can tell the Browns were really focused on taking away the middle of the field, being zone heavy, really keying on Waddle and Hill to take them away, and this really opened up the running game. And then once the running game really started taking effect, it started affecting the Browns defense. They had to put more of an emphasis on it, and then the passing game opened up. Tua looked amazing in this game, but he got to do it in a different fashion, not just attacking the middle of the field every play with Waddle and Hill. He got to break that narrative that he is made by them, but he was throwing it to everyone. His processing, his decision making, the anticipation, just 3 games in a row of basically elite quarterback play, like some of the highest quarterback play you'll see this season, and 3 games in a row from Tua. But getting to see him prove it in a different fashion was really, really fun to watch. Like, this offense is definitely the most fun offense I've got to watch as a Dolphins fan, and I look forward to seeing how the season goes on. But if this running game continues like this, or at least is relevant in a few games this season, this offense becomes easily top 3 in the NFL. Really love this run concept called by McDaniel here on a 2nd and 6, working the trap, and just look at all this space that's created. You get Mostert involved early. I think the addition of Jeff Wilson really helps Mostert later in games too, because Wilson tires out the defenses, and then once there's some bigger gaps, Mostert's able to explode through, create those big plays, because his decision making, his decisiveness can be a little inconsistent at times, but when there's those big holes, he's super explosive. But look at the trap here. Love how they set this up. Armstead playing this edge right here, shoots him upfield. Hunt is able to kick him out, and then the left guard kicks out here. The fullback sifts back, cuts off Clowney, and it just creates this huge hole. This is perfectly executed from everyone up front. They all do their job, but I love this. You force the deep tackle to shoot upfield. You take him out of the play. Fullback comes angled, great block on Clowney to cut him off, and then Mostert runs to space. You get a nice 7-yard gain. The running game looked so good in this one. Really good job by Tua and Sherfield on this one, finding the soft spot in the zone. Tua comes off the read to Waddle. Really good eye manipulation as well, as per usual, but his processing is just getting so good. He looks over to this side. He's seeing that it's cover 3. This corner is actually playing a fat, so they're like cover 3, cloud to the right. And he comes back, tries to get Waddle, but this route is kind of dead. The middle of the field safety comes over to help on that. And he comes back to this and then shows good ball placement to throw this away from the linebacker. And Sherfield does a good job using his body to sort of shield this off. Just great accuracy and good job just making a tight window throw, the ball placement, everything. And good job by Sherfield securing this catch in a contested situation. Just love what this offense is able to do. And for the people thinking that Tua is just throwing to wide open receivers all game, every time he has to make those tight window throws, he's making them. Then right after that big play, you get Wilson involved on the ground, and he just explodes up the field. I love the physicality and this decisiveness getting downhill. He just brings a different energy to this offense. I think he's more of a workhorse back than Mostert. I think Mostert's a great change of pace complement to Wilson, because you get him coming in, and he just creates those explosive plays, but Wilson just gets downhill in a hurry. Gets working on some power here. Everyone's down blocking. Hunt pulling into the hole. He works off the block and then cuts up into space. Just great vision. And then love the burst. And he just tries to make DBs pay and just brings a different energy, competitiveness, effort to this team. And if this running game really gets going like this consistently, the Dolphins offense will be pretty much unstoppable. The next play, Wilson again, another big chunk run, this time picking up 11 yards. But you can just see that the effect that having such a good passing game is having. You get, these lighter boxes, 2-shell look pre-snap, safeties playing so far off that you have the numbers advantage, and Wilson, just amazing footwork here, setting up his blocks, great vision, anticipation in the backfield. Look at this, working on like a split zone right here. Tua is reading, got like an RPO working as well, but he recognizes the penetration, makes this cut, and is still seeing the linebacker scraping off behind it, and then combines these cuts so nicely to get downhill. And the linebacker had his eyes on Tua just long enough with that ball fake where he also helped out Wilson here. But just love this footwork right here. Good lower body flexion. You can see the flexibility, point the toe, and he's already anticipating this, being able to see the linebacker through all this trash and then cut, get upfield. run hard, get downhill. Wilson, such a good addition for this team. Dolphins' first touchdown, they go back to their bread and butter, another variation of this concept. This time they don't get the motion involved, which is interesting. But here we go, the RPO. This time Hill is the wheel guy, Waddle running the glance route. These things aren't open off the RPO. These routes are kind of dead. Tua's getting pressured. Good job by the O-line too, not getting upfield run blocking because they know it's an RPO and they get ineligible man downfield a lot. This time they don't get ineligible man downfield. Great job by Tua working off script, getting the ball into Ingold's hand, and then Ingold, great job of finishing. Also, heads up play by Tyreek and even Waddle too. Once they get their eyes back to Tua and they see Tua dump it off to Ingold, they start blocking, which helps, seal this off, getting Ingold to the edge. Definitely Ingold is a super valuable player for this team, run blocking even in pass pro from time to time, but he's also super reliable with his hands, just getting these balls in the fly. He had a few catches in this one, and nice to see him get a touchdown for the team. The Dolphins continues their success on third down, just never missing a beat here. They get a cover 6 look, but they're like trying to match it and carry from underneath here with I think Greg Newsome on Waddle, but this safety gets wide out to help out on number 1. So Waddle basically gets a one-on-one matchup here. So good job scheming this up. The deep half safety is basically playing over the top of Hill here. They're like doubling him underneath, and then Tua reads this, sees middle of the field open, and then just throws a perfectly timed ball. Really good ball placement to hit Waddle right there in stride. Good route by Waddle. Just such a nice piece to have for the team when you're getting Hill constantly doubled. Waddle will definitely win in with one-on-ones, and if Waddle starts getting double teamed, then you have so many options for Tua to go through, and he's just making these reads so quickly and making quick, accurate throws. All the drives that the Dolphins didn't really score on or like were stopped on field goals were where they took the ball out of Tua's hands. They tried to do the reverse pass to Cedric Wilson, which kind of killed a drive. They had one drive where they turned it over because they ran the ball 4 straight plays. So when they take the ball out of Tua's hands, that's where drives sort of stop. You can just see how valuable Tua is to this team. And this throw right here, these are the types of throws where you worry about arm strength, where you got to make the throw to the opposite sideline, from the middle of the field, deep down here. This is where arm strength can hurt you, especially when you're throwing off your back foot. You can't step into it like Tua, but this is where he makes up for it. He's feeling this pressure. He knows he has to get the ball out quickly, and look at him preparing to throw this. Tyreek has not even turned yet, but he sees the one-on-one matchup, knows Tyreek can create the separation, and he just throws it to a spot, throws it perfect ball placement where Tyreek can come back to it and then stay in bounds, makes it an easy throw and catch. This is high-level stuff by Tua, the anticipation, coming out of the play action, feeling pressure instantly on your front side right here, and then throwing off the back foot, sort of lobs that one out there, but the anticipation, the accuracy, quick release, that's how he makes up for his lack of arm strength per se. Doesn't have the strongest arm, I know that, but he makes up for it in those areas. I love Tua coming out of college, but the play I've been one of the biggest fans, if not the biggest fans of Tua for years now, but he's even playing at a higher level than I could even expect. This is top tier quarterback play. And a couple plays later, after the big shot to Hill, you get the lighter boxes, you get linebackers sitting down, Hill gets the one-on-one, and then they're like, we can't let that happen again. And now you get a light box for Jeff Wilson, and he just explodes upfield. Look at this hole right here. The linebackers are afraid to shoot downhill just because of Tua's RPO ability and the play action. And Wilson makes a good read, running hard again. Love the burst. This is why he is special and brings something different to this team, because he could wear out these defenses, and then you get Mostert coming in later in the game, and as we'll see, he gets that big long touchdown run when you get those big holes, because he's so explosive, has insane acceleration, and just love. You got to give huge credit to the O-line too, because everyone was amazing in this one. Everyone had a good game. Hunt was dominating up front, so was Connor Williams, Teron Armstead, and even Brandon Shell had a pretty good pass pro game against Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney. So you got to give credit across the whole line. Everyone played amazing in this one. Look at the Browns secondary here. This is 2 minute, and they're playing super soft to take away this middle of the field right here. They're running cover 4, so they don't want to get beat over the top by Hill and Waddle. But the linebackers are also gaining a lot of depth here. Don't want to get beat to the middle of the field where Tua likes to attack in that 10 to 20 yard range. Tua recognizes this and just comes off it instantly and gets the ball down to his check down. Take a free 5 yards. This is what you want to see out of your QB when stuff isn't open. get through your reads quickly and just come down to your check down, make the adjustments. This is this kind of stuff that I like to see from Tua. Just living to see another down, gaining an easy 5 yards when things aren't open right away. This is definitely an improvement from him, and it's really nice to see. Like, it might not seem like much, but this can, really help out, get those hidden yardages in the game, and make second, third downs a lot easier to convert. Tua again in the 2-minute. Look at this read right here by Tua, the eye manipulation. He just sells this. They're getting cover 6, and he's throwing to the cover 2 side, so this corner is the flat defender. Look at Hill take 2 guys right here. Tua does a great job with his eyes. This is what I'm talking about when people say, the receivers are getting so open. Tua is doing this himself a lot of the times. He's getting receivers open with his eyes. Gives a little quick pump there, just enough with the ball to get this corner to really sink, and then he has just high-low read. Once this corner comes down, you throw the corner behind it. This is how you attack cover 2, running basically a smash concept. Get Gesicki out there, and you just got to throw the ball with good timing, anticipation to beat the safety from getting there, and good ball placement again from Tua. Love this read, and you can just see the respect that Tyreek Hill demands, because he was more of a distraction in this one. He still had a good game, but you can tell that Hill, Waddle, even when they're not, having big numbers, they're still having a huge impact on the game. This was one of Tua's best throws of the year. The far hash throw to the sideline. This is where arm strength matters the most, and you could see the spin velocity that he's able to put on this. He gets the matchup that he wants. This is another third down. Waddle, good job breaking his route at the sticks. This guy's trying to undercut it. He gets the matchup that he likes. Guys inside leverage, and he just perfect ball placement over the top, hits Waddle right in the hands before the sideline, giving him a chance to even step upfield to pick up the extra yard to make sure he gets the first down. Like, this is an amazing throw from Tua here. Like, this is one of the best throws you'll see, and this should put the test that he doesn't have enough arm strength to play the quarterback position, because this play really can show off your arm strength. And when you're throwing with that much anticipation, accuracy, the arm strength doesn't even really matter that too much in the end anyways. Look at the defense again. The Dolphins offense has such an effect on these defenses after playing so well for a couple of weeks. They're playing cover 4. The linebackers are sinking so much. Tua sees this, everything kind of dead over the middle of the field, nothing to take, so he just dumps it off to Mostert, pick up another free 8 yards, live to see another down, get closer to the end zone. You're working the 2-minute drill. This defense is afraid of you. Tua knows it, and then he just takes it instantly. You can just see how fast his eyes are working, processing everything. Love how quickly he's getting through his reads right now. It's actually lightning quick. One of the most impressive things I've seen from him this season is his mental processing, because it's just at another level than most QBs in the NFL. And the touchdown to Trent Sherfield, it's even more impressive in the all-22 version. Look at when he throws this to Sherfield. Look where Sherfield is in relation to the cornerback. It's just the eyes. Again, just enough manipulation here. I'll pause it as he's about to throw it. He's getting ready to release right now, and Sherfield is at least 2 yards behind the corner. He knows if he gives enough of his body language to the out route, he might get the corner to hesitate just enough to throw this out, and that's what he's doing. Puts this over the top. He loves to make this throw. He's actually done this a couple times this season. There was the Chase Edmonds sharp touchdown where he did a similar thing, threw with a bunch of anticipation. He thinks the corner is going to stop. Knows the out is Tyreek. He knows this high-level stuff from Tua. You can't throw a ball better than that. The manipulation, we can see it from the other angle too. Like, this is really, really amazing QB play. The subtle nuances to Tua's game. This is what people aren't noticing, on the talking heads, those types of shows, ESPN, all that. They don't notice the type of stuff. He hesitates just enough, gives it like he's going to throw the out, and then throws it over the top, gets the corner to hesitate, and makes a perfect throw. The anticipation there, it's ridiculous. I love the confidence that he's playing with as well. Been running over the Browns all day. They kind of have to show more respect for it. The linebackers get sucked down finally from the run, and then the middle of the field opens up versus cover 3. You get Gesicki coming up over the middle open right here. Hill, Waddle. Waddle's going to get, double deep. This safety is going to try to come down and help on Hill too. But you just get Gesicki open over the middle. You take this free from Tua. Love the play action. I love when they work this play action almost like an RPO where he can read as he's making the play action. And you can just see this horizontal spread right here. threatens the linebackers all to move horizontally, and it just opens up all this room here. This is why this offense is so dangerous, because if the running game is working like that, it's going to open up everything on the back end, and the receivers are so good. Tua is so good right now that they become pretty much unstoppable. And now the linebackers, after that play, are like, we can't get sucked down on the play action, so they're hesitant. You get some motion going on in the backfield, and Mostert, the acceleration. This is why Wilson, he keeps him fresh. He punishes the linebackers. He makes them not want to shoot downfield. They use angled here on the motion. You get the outside zone, work this basically into a split zone, and it's just opening everything up. Good blocks here all around. Armstead kicks his guy out, and then he works off the back of the left guard, and you can just see the acceleration. He does a great job of changing up his angles too. This is where Mostert's special. His acceleration to then getting like curvy linear movement where he changes up his angles but maintains his speed too. And love this complement that Mostert and Wilson bring to each other, and it just makes adds another level, another layer to this offense, which is already elite. And Tua, the Dolphins offense, they just keep converting third down. This time you get to see Tua actually face some pressure. Not a lot of pocket presence type of plays we get to see this year from Tua. He's been kept clean a decent amount, way more than usual, but he still has great pocket presence. He feels this, steps up, first cover 2. He's still holding with his eyes, thinking he might come down to Gesicki, and then readjusts, hits Waddle right in stride on 3rd and 10. Still manipulating with his eyes while facing pressure and keeping his eyes downfield to find Waddle, knows where he's going to be. He's just playing at a different level right here. We can watch this from the back end, but feels the pressure, steps up, looks like he's going to throw this to Gesicki, gets 51 to bite down, and then readjusts, throws it right behind him. Waddle, good job slowing down too, just enough to fill this window so he doesn't take a huge hit, protect himself. Tua and Waddle on the same page as always. Waddle didn't get as many targets in this one, but still led the team in receiving. He's just picking up big chunk play after big chunk play. This was probably the only play in the game where I didn't agree with Tua's read here. He probably should have thrown this to Waddle. I mean, this is cover 0, so he still gets the one-on-one matchup. It's just 23 is late coming over here, so I think he should try to get this out. I think the only reason he doesn't go is because 23 is running full speed and gets close enough, so he thinks he's probably going to be in position to make a play on the out. But if Tua throws this with anticipation, he gets, this easy touchdown to the out. But to be fair, he did make an absolutely perfect throw, perfect touch, perfect ball placement to Gesicki to give him a chance. But this is a good play by the linebacker to knock this ball out. Would like to see Gesicki hang on to it, obviously. It wasn't too needed at this point in the game. The Dolphins were kind of putting it on the Browns. And I think Tua just wanted to take the shot to Gesicki. But yeah, beautiful ball. Would like probably to see him throw it to Waddle, but when you're playing as good as a perfect game as this, you get to, take your chances here and there. But still love the confidence that Tua is playing with. He's been so good these last 3 weeks. Honestly, best quarterback play I've seen in the past 3 weeks. If he hadn't missed those games, he would be the MVP frontrunner in my opinion. But still should be in the MVP discussion because he missed those few games, but has been dominating. Another third down conversion, this time for a touchdown. Cover 0. He gets pressure instantly. Good play by Tua. He knows he's going to get pressure, so just gains depth, float away. Know you're going to get the one-on-one matchup with Tyreek Hill right here. Just throw it to a spot. Great job by Tyreek working back to this and using his body to shield off this defender to secure this touchdown. Good play by Tua and Hill. Just being on the same page. Tyreek trying to get his celebration in there. But yeah, smart play by Tua. Knowing the pressure's coming, just back up, give yourself just enough time, and then throw the ball to a pretty good spot. Give Hill a chance to make a play at the catch point. And Hill just does makes a very heads-up play to come back for this. Got to give Sherfield more and more credit. Dolphins get to come back to their better and better on this one too, but just love this play from Sherfield. Look at the physicality. He's a pretty tough runner after the catch, but here they go. Back to, this time working the motion to get, the wheel. A glance route here from Sherfield. This time you have the fullback angled in the backfield in like a split back formation coming to the flat. But Tua throws the glance route. He hasn't thrown the glance in actually a little bit here. They've been taking this one away, but he gets this. Great job manipulating with his eyes here too. You can tell he's holding 44 just long enough to the wheel, and then he resets his feet with his eyes there. Great technical work in the pocket. Hits Sherfield right in stride. gives him just enough of a chance to prepare for this hit from the safety, and he shows great play strength, contact balance, pick up some yards after catch. And I know Sherfield was questionable coming into this game too, with he got a late toe injury or something, and he came out, balled out. A very surprising player that's come on for the team, but has been a very good number 3. Just look at Tua's eyes here. He's selling that he's throwing to the wheel the whole time, and then just resets, comes back to the glance route, holds 44 long enough, and then gives Sherfield a chance here. And Sherfield makes an amazing play. Dolphins on 3rd and 1, and they give Waddle a chance to work one-on-one here. They're basically running 3 match, and Waddle gets a chance to work against, some press bail here, some soft press from the corner. So he gets a chance to, show off his route running chops, which he doesn't get a lot of chances to face man or zone match coverages. So he hard attacks the inside, runs the crossover, gets him back, turns the DB around, and even gives him another 1-2 wiggle at the top here, creates all that natural separation. Tua sees it the whole way. He knows he has the one-on-one matchup. Look at it, his eyes are middle of the field. He sees the middle of the field safety, so he knows it's not too deep coverages. He's going to have one-on-one to the outside with Waddle. He has the number advantage to this side. It's a 2-on-2. He can either throw the angle route to Wilson, or he can throw the out to Waddle, but he likes his matchup there. And Waddle, great route, on the same page, good timing, accuracy from Tua. They're just putting this game away, and we only got one more after this one. Last play that I'm going to break down, the Jeff Wilson touchdown to close it out. Great run. Love the energy that Wilson brings to this team. Look at Tyreek Hill waving in the end zone. This team is really special this season. They're playing at a different level, and they're going to, I just see them keep going. I love Mike McDaniel. His play calling has been amazing. Tua's playing some of the best football in the NFL right now for a quarterback. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are the best receiver duo. Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert are a formidable RB duo. Alec Ingold at fullback. Trent Sherfield, they're all making impact. Mike Gesicki, and then even I'll break down the defense tomorrow. They even played really good in this one too. This was definitely their best game in a while. Stepped up after this slow start after the first drive, but then really held their own versus the run, and we're getting a lot of pressure on Brissett. Christian Wilkins played amazing in this game. Just from watching live, I know Wilkins played amazing, so I'm excited to watch the all-22 on this. But just good run here by Jeff Wilson, outside zone. Vision, cut this back. He gets a one-on-one with a linebacker in the hole. You can see the elusiveness, the shiftiness. Gives him a little bit of a shake and bake. Bounces this to the outside. You get just enough of a block here from Sherfield on a linebacker to hook him off. And then he'll wave him into the end zone. Love this team. Love how it's playing. It's definitely the most exciting film breakdowns that I've gotten to do in a very long time, because this Dolphins team's so much fun to watch. Just the way they fool defenses and how they've been beating different defenses week after week. Each team is trying to adjust, but nothing is working against them overall. Some things work better than others, obviously. You definitely can't run man versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins will definitely make you pay. You can't cover Waddle and Hill. And Tua has been amazing versus man coverages. And then they've been picking apart zone all season. That's what they face majority of the time. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this film breakdown, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.